All the thoughts and views expressed in this video are the opinion of Professor Lex and for entertainment purposes only. Now, if you rock with the channel, hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button yet. And if you're on mobile, swipe left on the comments and hit that hype button for me. All right, so a lot is going on in the world, especially in the United States of America right now. The political climate is very, how do I put this, chaotic, I guess is the best way to put it. And a couple of our hip hop stars, one Nicki Minaj and Pharrell Williams, have come under fire for some of their political moves and opinions. Now, Pharrell gave some political opinions in an interview he was having, and Nicki, on behalf of the Trump administration, gave a speech at the United Nations about the issues in Nigeria, where there are kidnappings and in some cases, homicides going on committed by alleged extremists. And before I get all the way into this subject matter, first a word from the legend, Brother Malcolm X. Now, if you are not familiar with Brother Malcolm, trigger warning. This will be very unfiltered language and a very unfiltered opinion from the civil rights movement era. Let's roll that clip.
Just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community, and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Now, that was intense. All right. I understand that. Shout out to the legacy of the legendary comedian Dick Gregory and jazz singer Lena Horne. No disrespect to them. That was Malcolm X back then. It was intense back then because it was civil rights movement. We understand that. But what I want to lean into more is the sentiment of entertainers being pushed in front of us to be leaders. And that's the gist of what Malcolm X was saying in that clip. And that is what has happened to Pharrell and Nicki and the criticism that they're receiving right now for their political views or actions, so to speak, in the case of Nicki Minaj. Now, I'll play both clips from Nicki, part of Nicki's speech and Pharrell's statements about politics, and then respond to what they had to say. I agree with some of what they had to say, but I also understand the criticism that they are receiving, and just we need to get a message out there as far as them being put in these positions in the first place. So here's the clip. First, we'll start with Pharrell, then I'll play Nicki behind that.
I hate politics. Life inspires them. It's a magic trick that it's not real. I don't believe in either side, because I think when you pick a side, you are only, you are inadvertently supporting division. Yeah, it's not a popular point of view, but I just gotta say, when I think about it, the wells are drying up, and okay, now the diversity's off the table, now equity's off the table, now inclusion's off the table. So that makes me ask myself, okay, so how do we survive? Well, are there black people here tonight? And in your heart, do you think for what it is that you do and who you are, do you think you're the best? Okay, so do you want the job because you're black or because you're the best? Do you want someone to support your startup because you're black or because you're the best? Right, so I think now for me it's about us having the best ambition. That's the reason why you should support these businesses.
I must say I am very nervous, so please, well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room. Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language, culture, or religion, come alive when they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. And I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity. Nigeria is a beautiful nation with deep faith traditions and lots of beautiful bars that I can't wait to see. When one's church, mosque, or place of worship is destroyed, everyone's heart should break just a little bit. And the foundation of the United Nations, with its core mandate to ensure peace and security, should shake. I am joined here today by peace builders, by faith leaders, by those who saw violence, saw rising intolerance, saw the threats clearly before us, and chose not to look the other way. I am inspired by their work to build interfaith ties, to see the humanity across the lines which might divide us, and to fight for security and liberty for all those who pray. I look forward to our discussion today, and I hope it will encourage deepened solidarity for us to urgently work together to ensure every person can enjoy the right to believe, to worship, and to live in peace. Barbs, I know you're somewhere listening. I love you so very much. You have been the ultimate light in my life and career for so long. I appreciate you, and I want to make it very clear once again that this isn't about taking sides. This is about standing up in the face of injustice. It's about what I've always stood for my entire career, and I will continue to stand for that. For the rest of my life, I will care if anyone, anywhere, is being persecuted for their beliefs. Thank you.
Now, in both cases, the statements made by Nicki and Pharrell had a lot of correct things in there, but there was a lot of context missing and maybe some truths in the Nicki Minaj situation. I'm not 100% in tune with everything going on in the Nigeria situation, but from what I understand, the crimes don't have anything to directly do with religion. It's people of various religions, creeds, and backgrounds being attacked and victimized in Nigeria. So in a way, Nicki can be being used as a political pawn for the current administration in the United States, the Trump administration, combining that with what she has been doing on social media, some of the antics on social media. It appears as though Nicki is at the very beginning of her formerly Kanye West, currently Yeezy, maybe back to Kanye West now, villain arc, or something's going on with Nicki Minaj. But the speech, it was a good speech. However, if the context is skewed towards the reason for the crimes being religion, and that's not really the reason, then that kind of nullifies the good message and the positive message within the speech. That is unfortunate. With Pharrell is a little more complicated. Like what he had to say, but the problem is there has been some, and again, we all know people, everybody know, Rashad at the barbershop to be talking nonsense, to have a bunch of half information and they stand on that information. And, Keisha worked down at the post office, same thing, right? We all know people like this. And this is how we have to start viewing celebrities. It's through the eyes of these people don't know any more about politics or any of the things outside of music than the rest of us do, right? So when Pharrell is speaking about not liking politics and focusing on yourself and being the best, okay, those two things don't really relate, right? Because DEI and diversity and inclusion from a political standpoint is simply just about diversity and inclusion. The being qualified part is a given in that context and in that conversation. This is not about people getting opportunities that are unqualified. It's about people who are very or overly qualified getting opportunities that they deserve. So in that context, he kind of misses that whole point, but it's okay. He's like Rashad at the barbershop. He has some good information, but he's also missing some very important pieces in his conversation. But he's just Skateboard P that makes fantastic music. He's not political guy. The problem with this is the media and other people, and I think this is more what Malcolm X was talking about in the clip I played first. People put these people in these positions on purpose to mislead the people who are fans of theirs. And this is where we have to fall out of celebrity worship to a certain degree, because it's propagated in that vein on purpose. And yes, Nicki and Pharrell are both grown and they should know better and all those things. And in the case of Nicki, maybe she is doing business as well as, playing politics and delivering a message. But at the same time, everybody's not, judging them to be so great outside of their career is not something that I think we should even take serious. Just to be totally honest, I don't think either statement should be taken serious. It should be seen, I'm not calling anybody a clown. I'm not gonna go that far, but at the same time, it just shouldn't be taken serious. Their messaging is just the opinion of one, and hopefully and luckily in the future, people who are outside of any kind of knowledge of political issues are not taken serious by the public in general. Now, we are not in that space currently, which is why I'm making this video. Hopefully, the more we get the messages out that celebrities are good at what they are celebrities for, whether that be acting, music, whatever, dancing, whatever it is. Their opinion on these matters carries no more weight than yours, mine, and the guy or lady walking down the street. Their viewpoint or whatever their political policy is not what needs to be attacked. What needs to be attacked is the fact that anybody is really taking them overly serious in the first place. I don't think they should be attacked as individuals. We all have political opinions, and some of us have more information than others, and so on and so forth. But again, like I put in the thumbnail, Pharrell, Nicki, all musicians, artists, entertainers, just focus on what you do. Don't let the media play you into taking a bunch of heat and getting a bunch of negative attention for your opinion because they want to now sensationalize your opinion for their own benefit and cause a bunch of ruckus and fracas. And definitely don't let politicians do it to you, because they for sure know better than to put these issues in your hands and have you speak on them so they don't have to, and they don't have to address them. And that's the real issue in this, is using Nicki Minaj as a shield and Kanye West and the P. Diddy's of the world and the what's the lady from Friends, I can't remember her name, right? Jennifer Aniston's, and all those people who should not be speaking on these issues. They don't know enough, okay? In most cases, they don't. The artists need to speak through their music. If they have an opinion, in my opinion, speak through your music and leave the rest of it alone, because the politicians and the voted and elected leaders are the only ones who should be speaking on these issues in this way so they can face the backlash for what is actually their job, right? It's not Pharrell's job. It's not Nicki's job to craft, create, and debate public politics and policy, all right? That is not their job. That is not their area of expertise in any way. So though I can understand the criticism, what more needs to be criticized is the media outlets that ask them and put artists in these kind of positions and ask them these kind of questions. Okay, the media outlet needs to be looked at as dumb. Okay, or the political party that does it, or the politician themselves that does it. They need to be criticized for doing that, because all you're trying to do now is play popularity games and not continue to address the issues and continue to do your job with policy and not fluff and nonsense like this. But anyways, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button yet. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. If you're on mobile, swipe left on the comments, hit that hype button for me. YouTube is really into this hype button for the small creators, so please do that for me if you rock with the channel. Hit that notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend, share this video. Thank y'all for watching as always, and we out.